Hello and welcome to another biblical story. In the heart of ancient Israel, Ahithophel sat beside King David as one of his most trusted advisors. Known far and wide for his unparalleled wisdom and strategic insight, Ahithophel's counsel was cherished and often likened to divine revelation. Picture a scene in David's court. Ahithophel, calm and composed, draws the king and his generals around a wooden table. With a map of the kingdom spread out, his voice carries the weight of authority and inspiration. Each word he speaks seems to enlighten, guiding the king's decisions with almost prophetic accuracy. This episode delves into his crucial role in King David's reign. Ahithophel navigated the complexities of court politics, his loyalty to David unwavering. However, he wasn't just a strategic mind, he was a man of profound influence. We follow Ahithophel as he walks through the bustling streets of Jerusalem, citizens nodding in respect. But with great wisdom came great consequence. The episode explores the themes of wisdom, loyalty, and the burden of influence, highlighting how every decision he made resonated far beyond the king's chambers. Ahithophel's story is one of fascinating complexity, a reminder of the pivotal role advisors play in the corridors of power. In ancient Jerusalem, tension sizzles through the halls of King David's palace. The once harmonious household buzzes with whispers of ambition and unease. Absalom, David's third son, watches the crown with longing, his heart swelling with ambition. Absalom was not alone in his desires. His charm and charisma drew people to him. The seeds of discontent were sown as the crack in David's dynasty widened. Ahithophel, once David's trusted advisor, caught wind of the brewing discord. A shift, subtle yet significant, began unraveling David's closest relationships. The sun sets, casting shadows that mirror the uncertainty looming over the land. Betrayal whispers through the corridors, feeding the cracks that threaten to break open the foundations of trust. As political intrigue climbs to its peak, the bonds that have held David's household begin to falter. Absalom's aspirations pit him against his father's rule, while Ahithophel faces his own crossroads of loyalty. In this climate of uncertainty, who will emerge victorious in this battle of wits? David's sovereignty stands on precarious footing, vulnerable to the ambitions sprouting in his own line. At what cost will the seeds of discontent bloom into rebellion? Whispers of dissent grow loud in the streets of Jerusalem as Absalom, charismatic and driven, plants the seeds of rebellion against King David. Gathering followers through charm and promise, he wins over the hearts of the people. As tension rises, David's once loyal advisor, Ahithophel, grapples with discontent. One evening, Absalom stands before a crowd, declaring, "The time for change has come. Together we will carve out a new era." His words ignite a fervor, attracting all who yearn for a new vision. Ahithophel, witnessing Absalom's rise, feels a stir of ambition, and his loyalty is tested. In the royal court, murmurings of Ahithophel's decision to join Absalom ripple through the halls like an earthquake, leaving David and his council in disbelief. Trust is shattered, alliances questioned, and the once unbreakable bonds of loyalty crumble under the weight of ambition. As the sun sets over the city, David stands alone, contemplating the looming chaos. He knows the rebellion will not only test his reign, but the very fabric of unity amongst his people. With a heavy heart, he prepares for battle, understanding that the cost of ambition is often paid in blood and betrayal. With tensions high and war on the horizon, each side readies for the inevitable showdown, knowing that the fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. Ahithophel, known for his sharp mind and ruthless tactics, advises Absalom to take a daring step, openly dishonoring his father, King David, by claiming his concubines. This bold move symbolizes a decisive break from his father and is intended to win over the people of Israel by demonstrating Absalom's resolve and strength. Ahithophel's counsel is chillingly strategized, its manipulation at its finest, where power struggles and personal vendetta intertwine in a narrative of betrayal and ambition. This act of public defiance is not merely a scandalous headline, but a psychological maneuver designed to diminish David's authority and depict Absalom as the new, formidable leader. Ahithophel's advice, while effective in the short term, sets off a series of events that deepen the strain and animosity in the royal family, leading to devastating outcomes. Absalom's choice to heed Ahithophel's counsel marks a turning point in his rebellion, one that resonates with the themes of manipulation, power, and the inevitable consequences of sin. As believers in the faith, these ancient stories continue to echo the struggles and moral dilemmas that are relevant even today. Absalom finds himself at a crossroads, caught between two conflicting pieces of advice. On one hand, we have Ahithophel, the master strategist, urging Absalom to attack David immediately. His plan? Crush David while he's still vulnerable and separated from his loyal forces. It's a classic move. But wait, there's more. We then see Hushai, the undercover advisor and friend of David. He swoops in with a more appealing strategy for Absalom. His idea? Delay the pursuit, gather a massive army, and attack when the time is ripe. Absalom, swayed by Hushai's mesmerizing words, decides to follow the new plan. But here's the twist: this isn't a mere battle of wits. Divine intervention plays its hand. In a stroke of destiny, Hushai's counsel is chosen, unknowingly sparing David more time to regroup. Meanwhile, Ahithophel, realizing his advice isn't followed, quickly exits the palace, his pride wounded, his plans foiled. This episode is a powerful reminder of the limits of human wisdom. Even the best-laid plans can unravel when destiny and divine will take center stage. Absalom's choice doesn't just divert the course of a battle, it highlights the unpredictability of life and the subtle workings of fate. So buckle up as we dive deeper into this story arc, where every decision weaves into the epic tapestry of our narrative. Our story centers on Ahithophel, whose wise counsel was once the guiding light of King David's court. But after switching allegiances to Absalom in a daring rebellion, things took a dark turn. Realizing that his advice to Absalom has been ignored, and the rebellion is on the brink of failure, Ahithophel feels the weight of his choices heavier than ever. Picture this: sitting in his home, the echoes of past decisions drowning his thoughts. Despair grips him as he contemplates the fragility of pride and the hollow nature of betrayal. Once standing tall as a great advisor, he now faces the tempest of his actions. Unable to bear it, Ahithophel chooses a tragic path, ending his own life. This episode leaves us with powerful questions. What drives a man to such despair? How do the shadows of betrayal and pride blind one so profoundly? Ahithophel's story is a somber reminder of the human condition, a tale of wisdom wasted, pride shattered, and the irreversible consequence of choosing the wrong path. Let's reflect on these themes and perhaps find our own lessons in the fall of Ahithophel. Let us reflect on Ahithophel's life. He was renowned for his wisdom, a trusted advisor to King David. His words were so respected that they're described as having been as if one had consulted the oracle of God. Imagine that kind of respect and influence. But pride can blind many, and so it did with Ahithophel. Lured by ambition and frustration, he sided with David's rebellious son, Absalom, during a time of political upheaval. For Absalom, he was an invaluable ally, but this betrayal was a pivot away from the values he once upheld. Despite offering counsel that reflected his acumen, it was ultimately ignored, turned into foolishness by divine orchestration. Feeling the sting of rejection, Ahithophel's decision to end his own life marked his tragic end. His story is a testament to the seductive nature of pride and the pitfalls it brings. In moments where ambition overrides loyalty, the cost is often steep. Ahithophel's life prompts us to ponder the legacy we leave behind. Will our actions speak of unwavering faithfulness or a cautionary tale of ambitions led astray? Let his life guide us towards decisions rooted in humility and loyalty. Thank you for joining us in reflecting on Ahithophel's legacy. Stay tuned for more insights into Bible tales. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Stay blessed.